Hello. Today we're going to talk about attachments. By attachments, I mean any external document, be that a PDF, image of some sort, a Word document, Excel document, any external document that we want to attach somewhere within our system. We can do that. And there's several ways to do that and a lot of flexibility that you can have with attaching these documents and managing these documents in ways that are useful for your particular organization. Everybody's going to have their own kind of ways they want to attach documents in here, and we provide for a lot of flexibility in doing that. We're going to start out in just resources. We're going to look at a Newt gauge. It's got a couple of things that we'd like to look at. As you look at an assignment or a resource or anything we've got out here, up in the upper right hand area, you're going to find all the different pages for a particular type of asset or page or document within our system. And attachments is always going to be the place where you can go in and look at the different attachments that are here. You'll see that we got a few. We got a manual, and we got an actual picture of the Newt gauge that we're talking about. If we go to the details and we look at the actual form we've got here, you can always go to the attachments and add a picture or upload files, or you can relink to an existing file. So if we got an image or a document that's already in the system, we can link it in different places within our system by going in and picking an existing file that's already there, so you don't have to have the same file loaded up 4 times and plug up your cloud. You can link it in wherever you need to within an assignment, a project, a task, or any place that we can link documents within our system. The other thing that we want to understand is not only can we attach documents individually up here in the attached documents page or the attachments page, sometimes in a form we actually want to remind a user or a technician that, hey, we want you to upload a picture or a document as part of the data that we want uploaded into a system. And here we've got the operator's manual and a photo are actual attachments that we'd like to add to this particular Newt gauge. Another thing that we'll talk about a little bit here is the different parts and pieces of a document. You've got a couple of icons here with each of the attachments that we've got. We're going to go through those. Here we can download the file. Here we can open the file. We click on that one, it's going to open up in its own window, and you can just browse through the image or the document or whatever type of attachment that you've got here. We can also go in and we can detach the file, which will leave it out on the server. You don't ever actually delete stuff, but it's going to stay out on the server, and you can reattach it someplace else, but you can detach it from this particular entity within the system. Manage this file. Here we can go in and we can add a new version with a photograph, or add new version just by uploading this. This is particularly helpful when we're doing new versions of drawings, for example. Instead of having several versions of these drawings, we want to control those versions within the system. And if there's a new version of any type of document, you want to upload a new version, and that will automatically be the version that shows up for everybody on the system. Don't ever have to worry about maintaining version control. The system does all that for us. You can also identify a document to automatically get sent down to the local device. Typically, our attachments are all out on the server, and if we want to have a particular document that we can look at, we just open it up and it comes across the wire and we can see it. If we're going to be offline, sometimes we want to be able to have our particular drawings, important documents that we need while we're going to be offline, to be local on our particular machine. And we can do that by making it available offline, or for a particular project, there might be certain documents that we always want to have available locally and that we don't have to bring across the wire whenever we need to bring them. A couple of little things that kind of work to our advantage here. And of course, this just tells us that file's not available offline. And this is where you could bring it down locally so that it doesn't have to come across the wire. It's stored locally on your device. And those are the options available for every attachment that we've got throughout the system. So now let's go back and look at when we go into an image, for example, one of the options you've got for managing it is you can go do markups here. And you can go in and do little markups and do what you need to do. And but we've already done this several times. This is just one that we do for demonstrations a lot. So you can see we've got several versions of this. And every time you do a markup, it saves the old version and creates a new version so that you can again always have the most recent version. If you wanted to bring in a new file or a new photo of this particular one, you could do that. Now let's go over to projects and look at some other places that we can put attachments within the system. We can do attachments at the project level. We can do as many attachments as you might need. This is where you might want to have project level drawings for doing anything you need. Of course, these are all just dummy data. Every task has attachments also, so you can attach whatever outside documents that you need at the task level. Sometimes these are portions of the drawings that apply to a particular task. Other important stuff that applies to a particular task can be attached at that level. And of course, at the assignment level, this is where we're always making attachments, particular photographs as we're going out and doing our dailies or inspections or tests or anything that we're doing out there. We want to take a photo, snap a photo. It's all integrated completely into the system, and you can do what you need to do. As you finalize a document and it is approved, the automated distribution system will create a PDF of that file and attach it to an email and send it to the client all completely automatically. And you can set that up typically for like 2 o'clock every night. We can send those documents out. Now, in the event of a particular test that has maybe got sent out, a PDF created, and then we ended up creating a second PDF for that. We never have to worry about the document being old versions of the document being used. The version control will automatically create a new document for this particular assignment. And in this case, you see we got one document out here. But if we go into the management of this one, this is one that we use for testing our automated distribution system during demonstrations and those kind of things. So we've got a lot of old versions of this that have been created because we unapprove it and reapprove it so that we can have something to send out, and the system manages that by only having the most recent attachment available. So version control is always managed automatically in those situations. And of course, you got the same way to manage these as we've talked about before. Another way that we use attachments, sometimes in the project management, there are submittals. Maybe there's as-builts. And so we've got assignment types that are set up just for kind of being a holding place for attachments. And we can go in and have attachments for, the water as-built, the storm and sewer as-built, whatever you need there. And there's other types of files at the project management level that might be good to have within the system so that everybody can see them if they need to. Submittals are one of those. And different submittals, of course, you'll have the actual submittal from the supplier, but you can have the critical data here for each of the documents that are showing up for the different submittals, and we've got special reports that can summarize all the project files that are available that we've loaded into a system. RFIs are another type of document. Again, we can summarize the critical information, but the full attachment will always be here, and you can go open up the entire attachment. There might be drawings that we do, change orders, payment requests, all those types of things can just be ordered in folders and subfolders within a project files structure within the system. And when we're doing these, we go in and they're just a creative way of using specific types of assignments. We can do a file storage subfolder, a document detail, storage detail, whatever we want for kind of creating just holders and organization structures for different project files. And each one can have an attachment or a series of attachments that apply in different ways. Anyway, this is kind of just a few ways that we handle attachments within Vahalo, and hopefully this is interesting, and we'll see you next time, and have a good one.